In a land where the flowers were made of bright orange clay and the grass was soft green coils, lived a young girl named Alara. She spent her days exploring the garden, her fingers often leaving tiny, happy prints in the warm clay soil. Alara loved everything that grew, especially the creatures that zipped and zoomed through the air. One sunny afternoon, while peering under a large, velvety leaf, Alara discovered something marvelous. A small, jade-green chrysalis was hanging from a twig. It was shaped like a tiny teardrop and looked as smooth as a polished stone. Alara knew that inside, a wonderful transformation was happening. For days, Alara watched and waited. Finally, a small crack appeared in the chrysalis. Inside, a butterfly was pushing and straining against the tough walls. It wiggled and shoved, but the opening was very small. The butterfly seemed to be working so hard that Alara began to worry it would never get out. "Oh, you poor little thing," Alara whispered. "You are struggling so much. Let me make it easier for you." She didn't want the butterfly to be tired or hurt. She ran to her garden shed and returned with a pair of small, shiny silver scissors. She thought she was doing a very kind thing. With very steady hands, Alara reached up and carefully snipped the end of the chrysalis. The opening was now wide and easy. Almost immediately, the butterfly tumbled out. Alara clapped her hands, waiting for the beautiful creature to spread its wings and take its first flight into the bright sky. But something was wrong. The butterfly had a large, swollen body and tiny, shriveled wings that looked like crumpled bits of damp tissue paper. It didn't fly. Instead, it crawled slowly across the branch, dragging its heavy body along. Alara watched, her heart sinking as the butterfly's wings stayed small and weak. Alara waited and waited, hoping the wings would grow, but they never did. The butterfly spent the rest of its life crawling on the ground, never able to fly among the flowers. Alara sat on a clay stone and cried. She had tried to be helpful, but she had only made things worse. An old gardener named Thistle walked over and sat beside her. He had a long, braided beard of gray clay and a hat made from a dried leaf. "Why are you sad, Alara?" he asked gently. Alara told him how she had cut the cocoon to help the butterfly escape its struggle. Thistle sighed softly. "You see, Alara, the struggle is the most important part," he explained. "When the butterfly pushes through that tiny hole, it forces the fluid from its large body into its wings. That pressure is what makes the wings strong and ready for flight. Without the struggle, the wings stay weak." Alara looked at her hands and then back at the crawling butterfly. She realized that by taking away the challenge, she had taken away the strength. From that day on, Alara remembered Thistle's words. Whenever she faced a hard task or saw someone else struggling, she knew that the hard work wasn't a wall. It was the way to grow wings.